Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks. I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, definitely had to go over there and suppress a bit of a burp there. It was like, I could feel it reach, and it was like, no, 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 you stay down. Because I'm talented like that. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Ooh, Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it, though? I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my cold shirt. Specifically from their Year of the Spider Anniversary Tour. Yeah. If you're unfamiliar with the band Cold, they are a band that's actually been around for quite a while. I believe they got started in the late 80s. Originally under the name Grundig, and they held that title for a little while. Eventually, when they went over there and finally put out put out their first album, they went by Cold, and that's what they've been known by ever since. I got into their stuff in like very early high school, specifically with the album 13 Ways to Bleed on Stage, which is still my favorite of their albums. But a close second has to be Year of the Spider. It's a great album. I did go over there and get to see them on their anniversary tour for it. I've seen them a bunch of times, actually, and I actually have videos of said performances on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're absolutely incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, it has nothing to do with the band Cold, although I suppose it was cold before I put it in the microwave, so, No, I was out and about early this morning. I had to do a little shopping, as I've been known to do. And as I was in like the frozen section grabbing some pizzas, I turned around and I was like, I've never seen that before. I could review this. So what is it, folks? It happens to be, boom, from authentic Thailand. This is their Drunken Noodles dish, inspired by Pad Ki Mao. Now, I have reviewed actual Pad Ki Mao on my channel. You can look that up if you're interested. But I love Drunken Noodles, one of my favorite Thai dishes. So I'll be interested to see their inspiration. This was just terms of instructions, it was, just pop it in the microwave for 3 minutes. The only thing that was unique about it was they tell you, after the 3.5 minutes, take it out, shake it side to side, then put it back in for a minute and a half. I did all of those things. And yeah, so, okay. Now, this isn't exactly ramen, but it is going to end up in my ramen reviews playlist, which is a playlist for just kind of instant food-related stuff. So, let's get a thing for the thing here. We'll get like a noodle pull, if we will. We'll kind of do it like this. We'll go, ha 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 ha! Let's try these out. Oh, by the way, I know that traditionally Thai people don't use chopsticks when they're going over there and eating their food. They claim to be authentic Thai. I do not. So, I kind of get what they're going for with it. So, because the thing with Drunken Noodles is, like, Drunken Noodles don't have any alcohol or anything in them. As far as I could tell, the most common accepted origin of the namesake is that it was something that a lot of times, like, people would like to order late at night when they were drunk. So it got the namesake from that. But yeah, it's sort of trying to emulate like the bite of the Drunken Noodles. Thing is, the sauce that they're using is so heavy, and it really is overpowering everything else. It's kind of garlicky. I'm wondering if there's maybe a bit of a basil kind of vibe to it because I know basil is a big thing in Thai food, and a lot of times you can get dishes with sort of basil flavoring. It's really good, actually. I should review it at some point. Um, I'm kind of, yeah, so maybe some garlic, some basil. It's like the closest thing I could sort of describe it to is if you took like Salisbury steak sauce and then gave it like a little bit of a sort of Southeast Asian flair, is the best way I can describe it. Like there's definitely a little bit of a Southeast Asian kind of taste to it, but it definitely feels more, like a very processed American, bullshit food thing. It's not bad, but it's just so much, and it's like, and again, it's unfortunate because, I mean, obviously I'm not expecting it, despite the namesake, I'm not expecting it to match up against the real deal, but I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more impressive than this. There's definitely got to be like a basil thing to it because you can kind of almost feel it on your tongue. There's a little heat to it, not much. Again, that's sort of that edge I was talking about. It kind of lingers on your tongue a little bit at the back of the throat. I wouldn't consider it to really be spicy per se, but you could maybe call it spicy. Got some vegetables in there that don't have a lot of individual flavor because they were stewing in the sauce. There's a little something to it. I mean, I did taste like a pea pod, but a very, very overly sauced pea pod. The noodles themselves are okay. They are somewhat similar to that style of like drunken noodles. Although in my experience, I don't know if this is the traditional thing, but most of the places I've gone to, they tend to use like thicker, fatter noodles, which are really good. Okay. For what it is, it's not bad, but what it is inherently not that impressive, if that makes any sense. All right. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Third question, bonus question. Do I think it does a good job of emulating Pad Ki Mao? No. Well, wait. Maybe on occasion, kinda. No. For me personally, the flavor, it has a nice punchy flavor to it. I will give it that. It is not lacking in flavor. However, it definitely feels like a dish that is overcompensating with a needlessly punchy sauce. It just does not need to have that much slap to it. Again, it's overly garlicky. It's very rich. And it's tasty in its way, but it's overdone. And again, it feels like it's just overcompensating. Excuse me. Burp came back with vengeance. Feels like it's overcompensating for what is ultimately just a microwavable meal. And the thing is, like, there are better microwavable meals, like, even within that sort of, kind of Asian capacity. This one isn't terrible, which is why, for me personally, like, would I get it again? Maybe on occasion. Like, I don't really know when I would, though, because it's like, I could go over there and get, like, some really nice instant ramen, which would probably cost me a little bit less and be an overall more rewarding experience. But I don't hate this for what it is. I recognize what it is, and I can only give it so many points, if that makes any sense. And I definitely, while I do get what they're trying, and to be fair, they said it's inspired by, fine. It's a little bit of a cop-out, but fine. It definitely isn't a good representation of Pad Ki Mao, not even a little bit. But at the very least, I can give them a little credit in that it seems like, they at least tried to season it, again, sort of Southeast Asian-y. Now, that all said, if I'm recommending it, I mean, if you go into it understanding what it is, I mean, it's not going to be anything super delicious, obviously. It's okay, but it is the thing for me where I worry that people will try this having not actually had the real dish and then think that this is representative of it. And I hope that that is not the case. Because if you've never had Pad Ki Mao, it is absolutely delicious, and it is worth going over there and going to a nice restaurant to get it. It's It's very, very tasty. Again, you can watch my review where I've reviewed it. So this, for what it is fine. But again, it is exactly what it is. You know, it does have some decent flavor to it, even if I do feel like, again, it's a bit too punchy, a bit too overcompensating. But, you know, if you're like me and you're already kind of a microwavable food guy, it's another option, and it's not a terrible one. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly padkey mao-tastic rest of your life, like the proper stuff. Okay? Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating, and it's just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what about you? What's your experience been with Thai food? Have you had pad kee mao? And if so, did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What was your thing on it? Have you not had Thai food, but maybe it's something you want to try? Share your experiences. Hit me up in the comments section. I'm always interested to read those.